lying down, and oh, my soul so weary. When troubles come, and my heart burdened be, when I am still and wait silence until you come and sit around with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly. Oh, when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I think I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. Oh, I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. Oh, I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me to more than I can be.
Thank you so much for the pleasing chords and the soothing ballad.
Darkness can never drive out blackness. Only light can accomplish so. Only the brightness of legal education can overcome the darkness of divisions, injustice, and aggression in society and lead us to growth, equality, and liberty. On that note, we would like to segue into the lighting of the lamp by dignitaries. We would like to call upon Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Indresh, High Court of Karnataka, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza S.J., Director of St. Joseph's College of Law, Principal Ms. Pauline Priya, Vice Principal Dr. Sneha Balraj, Faculty Coordinator Mr. Sudeep Sudhakaran, and Student Coordinator Ms. Sini Zakaria to invoke the blessings of Almighty.
ब्रह्मरूपस्थं ज्योतिषां
The preparation of the National Moot Court Competition 2022 began months in advance. Throughout the course of the preparation, there were many ups and downs, yet the management had faith in us. On that note, we would like to call our source of strength, our mentor, Principal Ms. Pauline Priya, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good evening to one and all gathered here. I have been given the pleasurable task of delivering the formal welcome address. On behalf of the Director, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza, SJ, the Vice Principal, Dr. Sneha Balraj, the faculty, staff, and students of St. Joseph's College of Law, I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Indiresh, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. Sir, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I also extend a hearty welcome to Senior Advocate, Sir H.N. Shashidhar, Senior Advocate, Shri K.N. Fanendra, Additional Government Advocate, Mr. Vijay Kumar Patil, and Advocate, Mr. B.M. Arun. I also extend a hearty welcome to all participants from 25 premier legal institutions from across the country who have participated in the second National Moot Court Competition. Mooting is an exercise that prepares young students of law to take on the thrilling challenge of litigation that the courts hold in stock for you tomorrow. In keeping with the motto of our institution, Fide et Labor, meaning faith and toil, our institution encourages and promotes young students to take part in mooting, which we have made a part of our curriculum. This national level moot court competition is a testament to our endeavor in that regard. Dear students, dear participants, all these arrangements, the dignitaries on the dais, the students of the MCS, we have toiled day and night to make mooting a learning experience for you. An experience that will encourage, motivate, and inspire you to flock the courts tomorrow. I hope that this national level moot court competition has given you enough experience, encouragement, and impetus to discover your potentials as a future successful lawyer in courts, someone who not only tastes success in courts, but stands up for the just, the right, and the least. I wish you all a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. We would now like to call upon the captain of our ship, our source of constant inspiration, our very own director of St. Joseph's College of Law, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza, SJ, on stage to share a few words.
Good evening, respected dignitaries on the days, participants, the staff, and the students. We are at the end of the three-day event, the second National Moot Court Competition. It's a time now to celebrate the meaningfulness and fruitfulness of this exercise. As I told you in our inauguration, it is not merely a competition. It is also a process of learning, sharing our resources, and celebrating a sense of justice and equity, celebrating the cause that we want to stand for human rights and constitutional values, Therefore, I requested you not to look at this exercise from only point of view of competition, but more from the point of view of learning and sharing, and perhaps more than that, caring for the human rights and human dignity. We have dealt with the important constitutional problem having direct impact on human rights, dignity and liberty. It is always difficult to have a conclusive and a very universal interpretation when it comes to constitution, when it comes to various tenets of the constitution. But yet we know what to be kept in mind when we look at this constitutional issue, finally promoting human life, human dignity and human liberty beyond all the barriers one can experience. Therefore, we need not or we should not restrict our moving towards only the arguments and the processes, but I think it's a call for us to go beyond arguments, beyond our ideologies or beyond our backgrounds, which may color at times our arguments and our outlook. But I think it is a time for us to look at issues from human rights point of view and a constitutional point of view, and we believe they are very much universal in their outlook. In the present context, when there are a lot of hue and cries that are raised against perhaps a violation of human rights, legal profession and judiciary becomes the last resort. And if legal profession and the judiciary loses the credibility, and we know, we are aware, we have nowhere to go. Therefore, as being legal students of law and those who are studying, facilitating the process of this education have got equal responsibility in forming the young minds, having a greater responsibility. This responsibility lies on the institution, responsibility lies on the individual minds to safeguard this credibility of the institution and finally to safeguard the whole justice system in our country. Therefore, I congratulate all the participants for putting up a lot of efforts to present yourself and perhaps present the bench that was present before you with all your arguments. The spirit in which you participated, the discipline that you followed are very much encouraging and perhaps very much exemplary. Therefore, I do not want this event to be over. This event should overflow in our life. It should overflow in our thinking. Therefore, a hopeful thinking and a hopeful reflection should continue after such an event, which will eventually lead to a kind of a collective consciousness of justice. With this, I would like to specially thank Justice Indresh for his presence. He has given a lot of his time, being a holiday today, and he has shared his knowledge and the skills in the final rounds, and definitely he will inspire us and instruct us how we need to look at this whole exercise and look at the whole justice beyond that. I would also like to thank all the senior advocates who are present here, who have helped us immensely in conducting this moot court. I also thank the principal and vice principal for their dedicated service. My special thanks goes to Mr. Sudeep and Mr. Thomas, the faculty conveners of this moot court society, and especially the student conveners and all the volunteers for your hard work, for your disciplined approach for whole planning and execution of this event. With this, I wish and pray, may the collective consciousness of justice and equity continue to grow in us. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
No committee can function without a strong and a firm leader, a leader who guides its members through thick and thin, The Moot Court Society is glad to have such leaders in the form of our faculty coordinators, Mr. Sudeep Sudhakaran and Mr. Thomas Chakramakul. On this note, we would like to request the faculty coordinator, Mr. Thomas Chakramakul, to welcome our chief guest.
It's a privilege to introduce the chief guest of this evening, Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Indiresh, Judge at High Court of Karnataka. His lordship was born on 16th April 1972. After his early education at Pandavapura in Mysuru district, he secured a BSc degree from Yuvaraja's College, Mysuru, and subsequently pursued his bachelor degree in law from Sharda Vilas Law College, Mysuru. His lordship secured the first rank in LLM in the Constitutional Law branch of the University of Mysuru. Post his enrollment in the Karnataka State Bar Council on 12 January 1996, he joined the office of Srimati D.V. Nagaratna, who is currently serving as a judge of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. His lordship is practiced in various branches of law, including service matters, labor and education matters, and has also served as a panel advocate for many companies, including the Mysore Sugar Company, the Karnataka State Financial Corporation, Karnataka Marketing Federation, Oriental Insurance Company, United India Insurance Company, to name a few. His lordship has also served as a visiting faculty in his course of practice at Sharda Vilas Law College, Mysuru, Havanur College of Law, Bangalore, and Bangalore Institute of Legal Studies, and the Karnataka Police Academy, wherein his lordship has delivered lectures on preventive detention matters, particularly the Gunda Act and Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act of 1974. His lordship served as a government pleader and additional government advocate from 2009 up to his elevation to the High Court of Karnataka, which was done on 7 February 2020. And his lordship was notified as a permanent judge of the Karnataka High Court on 25th September 2021. It is our pleasure to have you amongst us, your lordship. Kindly address the gathering.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Distinguished guests on the dais, my friends in legal fraternity, faculty, administrative staff of the institution, students who have participated in the moot court competition, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I shall be very grateful to the institution. I'm aware, sir, this is one of the premier institutions in Bangalore, and your products are very good. That's what I heard recently also from my one of friend, Mr. Umashankar. But the only thing is, if a particular student is very good in the practice, he must have a good platform during his student life. If such being the case, the decisions that may be taken up by the institutions, take for an example, appointment of the good teachers, providing good infrastructures to the students. That apart, I would say the library or new technology to making good research. And apart from that, you need to have a good network. If you want to have a good network in during your student career, that you can build up only through this type of the moot court. That's why I shall be very grateful to the institutions. That's not only insofar as that the participant that you are encouraging, in a way, in fact, it encourages your students also, so that they can build up their network. Because take for an example, if there's 25 students, 25 colleges students have come, you have participated means you are interacted with 25 into 3, 75 students. One day you may become a senior advocate of Bangalore. Then other one from a particular college has come from Jodhpur or Delhi or something. You may have also become a senior advocate. Then you can build up a good network throughout the India. Why I'm saying all these things, dear friends? This moot court, not necessarily insofar as that he was cultivates or a habit of a good providing to an advocate, but simultaneously, insofar as the network that you can build up will go long way. So in that connection, so I shall be very grateful to the institution for providing this platform to many of you. Recently, dear friends, I think 3-4 months back, one of a student from large institutions, one who's in 5th year, he met me. He had come to my chambers actually. He asked me, he's not that much, he has no background in his family, that nobody is in their families from the legal side, legal background. Secondly, I don't think that is as good as like you people having good fluency in language, or not necessarily. I would say that he was very good in subject. An average student of about, I think he's 5th year student. He told me, I think probably he's from Kolar side. Sir, I'm the first man from my family joined law school. Now I'm in 4th year. So, but I don't know. After 5th year, I don't know what I have to do it. Then he would say, sir, many of my friends, after 10+2, they joined engineering. 2-3 people have joined medicine. I'm in law. I don't know how to survive. If the moment if I enter the court premises, I can see thousands of advocates. If I go to High Court, many of them are senior advocates. I don't know how much I will be after some times. Because it's very difficult. Nobody from my family is having a legal background. It's very difficult how to run, I have to take care of my family, parents and everything. He was so desperate. Then I said, sir, you may be 1/7 crores. That's all I would say. Why I said so? Because I'm also like you once upon a time. But the only thing is, in a legal profession, if I work hard, if I maintain integrity, and in the case, take for an example, if I come up in my studies or my preparation or my research work, it's only a personality development. Take for an example, if I work hard, I will come up. Otherwise, it's not possible for us. The secondly, take for an example, the role of an advocate in a society is very impeccable and laudable. Reason is quite obvious, dear friends. If take for an example, even every time I used to say that, if any country would like to enter into an agreement with our country or neighboring country, any country as such, treaty or contractor obligation, first they will look at who are the great lawyers of that country. Because in the event if there is any breach, then how they are going to, because what is their legal system? How they are going to put forth that they are plea in the event if there is a breach of agreement. From that stage, the people look at the lawyers. Even for small things, consultancy, or take for even for looking at the mere agreements, or else take for litigation now. The litigation, because I would appeal to everyone, please come to the litigation side always. Definitely you have a scope. But as soon as you passed out from 5th year, nobody will give you rape case or murder case or something is having a property of ours, 50 crores property case. You may not expect. You have to cultivate, you have to join a law firm. You have to work under a senior. Choosing a particular senior is very important, as normally I used to say that if a person having a good spouse, either husband or wife, definitely has succeeded 50% in his life. Likewise, if you get a good senior in our profession, 50% that you have succeeded in your profession, remaining 50%, you have to work hard, and that depends upon how you cope up with the needs of the professional, that you have to create a professionalism in your career as such. Therefore, dear friends, this profession, I told that man, first, please choose a particular come to litigation side. This is the area in which definitely you will come up. Because reason is quite obvious. You have a background, village background. You know what is the pains of the people. What are the pains of the people will be carried through our black coats. That's why we wear black coats, because I will carry the pain of my client. Then I will put forth something else to do justice to the client. Why I am saying all these things? In all the 5 years of your studies, you will read what is justice, what is liberty, rule of law, and everything. But you will feel the real insofar as the implementation of the same, or how you can perceive what is justice only through while you by arguing a particular matter before a court. Then you will give justice to the client. Then you will really have a pleasure in your mind. That's what you require to do it. See, dear friends, in this connection I told, not necessarily take for an example the aspects related to come to the litigation side. There are many areas. I told him, why don't you take up the ICS exams? Take exams pertaining to the IPS, IAS, where it is easy for a law student to pass through. See, governance of the country is also, the roles played by those administrators is also very important. You can take these civil service exams. It is easier for a law student than any other discipline. That is the area in which you can do it. Or else take for an example, if you're good in your studies, even after you got enrollment, take judicial exams. Nowadays, immediately if you take judicial exams, definitely will take you, because why I'm saying, even if you take up the judicial exams, selected in the main or in the primary or main examination, definitely one day you may go to the Supreme Court as a judge. Even Honorable Justice Ahmedi, the former Chief Justice of India, first he was appointed as the Munsi. He became the Chief Justice of India. Even in the event if you take up judicial exams, definitely you will come to the Constitutional Court as a judge of the Constitutional Court. You may go to even Supreme Court. This is the area in which you can do that. Thirdly, take for an example, if you take certain exams conducted by the Parliament, where the Parliament in UPSC exam, the examination will be conducted through UPSC, where the persons having basic degree of law will be appointed for draftsmanship. That's the area. In fact, I appeal to everyone, please, why don't you try for that? Because if you pass through in those examination, then you will be appointed as a draftsmanship in the Parliament. Every time you have many works, because rule-making power is with the subordinate legislation. Take for an example, nowadays many exigencies are there. We have seen in COVID pandemic, so many laws have been so far as drafted by the Parliament, passed through, tested by the judiciary as valid legislations. This is the area in which you can come up. Fourthly, take for an example, if you want to do certain needs, appointment in the defense, where the martial law is there, where you may take for an example, pass through in certain examination, you may become a judge of the martial court. That is in defense, whether it's Army, Navy, or Air Force, any other course are concerned. Thirdly, take for an example, I would say, apart from all these things, even all of you know it very well nowadays, many people after in the fag end of your career as such, you try to go to a particular firm as to the corporate area. See, that's the last chance for you, and normally I used to advise for you. But one thing I should say, dear friends, as a lawyer, what you have studied in your career, in your studies during 5 years, that is only an eye opener for you. You know what is CPC, CRPC, Evidence Act, Constitution, that's all. But the moment if you get into the profession, you know how to interpret the particular provisions. Then you know how to apply the particular law to the facts on record. Then how you have to build up your career by arguing the matter before, both as well as the original side, as well as on the appellate stage. Therefore, what I'm requesting all of you, dear friends, if you come to the litigation side, where if normally I used to say, if you work for 10 years as a donkey, because donkey never used to say whatever the weight will be put by the owner, just if to carry, it never say, it never even cry also. Like us, if we work for 10 to 12 years, 15 years, like a donkey, definitely one day we will become a horse in the race, where people will cheer for your succeed and they will put you more money, so that the money will flow like anything. If you join a particular farm, then one day, take for an example, I was told by someone else, a first-time student has joined some firm, and one was failed in criminal case in IPC. I suggested IPC and CRPC. Now he became a good advocate after 10 years. Then he was arguing the matter for bail petition in our High Court actually, and he was insofar as solicited by the first-time student. One was in the firm. He carries a bag and all the material to assist the person who has failed in IPSC. When you say he is also a contemporary student, and assisting him, and he has argued the matter well, and he got the order, and he got the whatever the fee. See why I am saying all these things. Please, my endeavor for appeal to you with an endeavor that please come to the litigation side. This is the area in which not necessarily a personal development is there for you. At the same time, what the nation needs. This college, in fact, gave an admission for you. Not necessarily that because they are pouring money on behalf of you. Despite you are paid fees, it's a contribution even the college will do for the society. When such being the case, if you come to the litigation side, if you appear in a particular matter, if you do justice to your clients, that's called as, insofar as the impeccable, that's you will be recognized, and one day you will also become, reach a particular point in your life. Insofar as the other aspect is concerned, dear friends, just I would like to point out about the importance of the moot court. It is nothing but a mock trial. By participating in the moot court, definitely it is the initial stage of pipeline to become a good advocate. Here you know the manner in which that you have to address the court. You know how to making a research work, because that's a very important nowadays. Research work where the solicitors will do, or the solicitors will do. That's very important nowadays insofar as assisting the senior advocates in the court. Insofar as the preparation in a moot court, take for an example, you don't know whether you are appealing for a petitioner or a respondent. Instantaneously, you will be told to appear for the petitioner's side. Then take for an example, for both the sides you are appearing. This is the only area in which, only during moot court, you can appear for both, not in court. You cannot. So this is the area in which platform is made use of by yourself to see to that you can prepare yourself to defend a case and also the appeal to the court in a proper manner. Dear friends, nothing much I would like to say about the above profession is concerned. The academic integrity is very important for us. Drafting skills makes ourselves to become a good advocate. And factual and legal analysis by an advocate to assist the court. See, the role of an advocate, not necessarily that he has to give justice to his client, simultaneously, his primary duty is to assist the court to arrive at a just conclusion. Just conclusion means rule of law principles has to be what is enshrined in our constitution. What is there under the golden thread of our constitution should be given effect. With these, apart from this, your communication skills. The way, in fact, we have witnessed, all five of us have witnessed to in the finals, how your communication skill, how you have put the law into the facts, and the way in which that you have argued the matter. See, really, we will say, dear friends, these are all the aspects in which it should be built up from the student life itself. Because reason is quite obvious. If I am take for an example myself, now I am the judge of the High Court. By 62, I will retire, but not Uma Shankar. He may he will be there for 100 years. My friends will be there. They will be for 100 years. Even take for an example, K.K. Venugopal, at the age of 90, is Attorney General of India. How many constitutional cases every day he is appearing in the Supreme Court? But a great mind, a great knowledge, a great mind we have. So why I am saying all these things? This is the area where you can do good to the society. Because this country has given us, because take for an example, I am here, this cloth is belong to this country. Everything what I have, food, drinking water, everything is belong to this country. And air is there, I'm breathing. This country has given us everything. At least I can do, because I can do, it's a very small thing. That's what Abdul Kalam ji in one of the speeches he said. Not necessarily I have to become just like a Tendulkar or Amitabh Bachchan or K.K. Venugopal or Justice Kanya or Patanjali Shastri. I don't want to become a great man, but just doing very small act, just doing a very small things in this country, I can part with a great things to do good for this country. With these, dear friends, I will conclude my remarks that I think this college has provided you a good platform for 25 teams, those who have participated. Even for the students, native students, the school of the St. Joseph, please make use of this opportunity. You make use of this opportunity, build up your career well, and come up in the profession with a high feather. And I once again I thank to the management, students, and teaching staff and everyone, because one thing is, dear friends, one thing you must know: lawyering. It is put a standard of legal education. Whenever you come to the bar, not necessarily you may be a lawyer or a solicitor, you more preference to the pro bono publico litigations. Do good for the society. That's the area in which you will be recognized, and you will be your significance role would be recognized by the court, and also you may become one among many, and one among a prestigious, and one among the great jurists of this country. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with your words and gracing us with your presence amidst your busy schedule. It is indeed an honor to have you among us.
The Moot Court Society, established in 2019, has enriched the mooding atmosphere of the college over the years. With their workshops and various competitions, they have inculcated a mooding culture in the students. Now, we would like to call the convener and co-convener of the Moot Court Society, Ms. Diksha Garg and Ms. Simi Zakaria, to share the event report.
Greetings to one and all present here, respected dignitaries on the stage, Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Indresh, High Court of Karnataka, eminent members of the bar, our beloved Director, Principal and Vice Principal. The Moot Court Society of St. Joseph's College of Law conducted its second SJCL National Moot Court Competition from Friday 23rd September 2022 to 25th September 2022. The competition has been envisaged to portray the human rights violations committed to curb the fundamental right to speech. With the guidance and assistance of our director, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza SJ, Principal Ms. Pauline Priya, and our faculty coordinators, Mr. Sudeep Sudhakaran and Mr. Thomas Chakamakal, we have been able to successfully organize the same. As mentioned by our director, dignity, human rights, and freedom, which formulates the crux of the Constitution, also formulated the crux of the competition in the form of its proposition.
The second SJCL National Moot Court Competition 2022, and the first of its kind in its physical format, commenced on the 8th of August 2022 via release of the proposition and brochure on varied platforms, including the social website of our college. Alternate Legal Forum and People's Union for Civil Liberties were approached to guide and help us in drafting of the proposition. The oral rounds for the event were scheduled to be held from the 23rd September 2022 to 25th September 2022.
Upon formulating the schedule for the event, the provisional registrations for the event were invited. The last day of registration was 29th August 2022. We were delighted to see about 32 colleges registering from across India. Over 28 teams confirmed their participation for the moot court competition. The date for the submission of memorandum was affixed as the 15th September 2022. The memorandums were received and evaluated by a distinct panel of judges, and teams from over 9 states took part in this event.
On 23rd September 2022, the inaugural ceremony was conducted at the college auditorium. The ceremony began with introductory remarks from the Moot Court Society coordinators, Ms. Joanne and Mr. Tarun, followed by the welcome address by the faculty and keynote address delivered by the chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice V. Sri Sananda, Judge, High Court of Karnataka. The presidential remarks were delivered by Director, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza, S.J. The ceremony drew to a close by a vote of thanks proposed by our Vice Principal, Dr. Sneha Balraj.
After the conclusion of the formal ceremony, a draw of lots was held and fixtures for the preliminary rounds A and B were announced, followed by an exchange of memorandums. On 24th September 2022, we commenced the oral rounds with a short briefing of the judges for the preliminary rounds. Preliminary round A began at 9 a.m. and was concluded by 10:15 a.m. Subsequently, preliminary round B commenced by 10:30 a.m. and was concluded by 11:45 a.m. Scores were tabulated and results were announced at 12:30 p.m.
Top 16 teams securing the highest scores were set to compete in the octa rounds, which were scheduled to commence at 1 p.m. on the 24th September 2022. Post the briefing session for the judges, the rounds commenced. 8 teams qualified to the quarterfinal rounds on the basis of their scores.
The quarterfinal round commenced at 5 p.m. and we were delighted to have a highly experienced and knowledgeable panel to assist us in the judging of the quarterfinals. On a knockout basis, 4 teams qualified to the semi-final round. The fixtures for the same were allotted by the draw of lots.
The semi-final rounds were scheduled to be held on 25th September 2022. The day began at 8 a.m. with a briefing session for the judges to delve into the scoring criteria and other queries with respect to the proposition. Teams from Symbiosis Law School, University Law College, Shastra Deemed University, CMR School of Legal Studies competed in the semi-final round. The round commenced at 9 a.m. and was concluded by 11 a.m. On the basis of knockout, 2 teams competed in the final round scheduled at 2 p.m.
Teams from Symbiosis Law School, Pune and University Law College, Bangalore University competed in the final round to be adjudged as the winner of the second SJCL National Moot Court competition. We were extremely jubilant to have a panel of eminent legal practitioners and Honorable Judge of the High Court of Karnataka to adjudge the final round of the competition. The panel comprising Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Indiresh, Judge High Court of Karnataka, and senior lawyers Shri H.N. Sashidhar, Shri B.M. Arun, Shri K.N. Phanindra, and additional government advocate Shri Vijay Kumar Patil adjudged the participants on their legal acumen, court mannerisms, and knowledge of the proposition.
The valedictory ceremony commenced at 5 p.m. and we were honored to have the Honorable Mr. Justice Engelrupa Sitaramaya Indiresh, Judge High Court of Karnataka, preside as chief guest for the event, and senior advocates Shri H.N. Sashidhar, Shri B.M. Arun, Shri K.N. Phanindra, and additional government advocate Shri Vijay Kumar Patil to be present as guests of honor.
On behalf of the Moot Court Society, we extend a heartfelt gratitude to our Director, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza S.J., Principal Ms. Pauline Priya, and Vice Principal Dr. Sneha Balraj for their continued support and assistance throughout the event. A special mention must be made of the faculty and volunteers who have supported us in conducting the second SJCL National Moot Court Competition 2022. Additionally, we also wish all the participants the best of luck and hope to see the best team win. Thank you.
NMCC for addressing the crowd.
We now wish to acknowledge the various participating teams and their respective colleges. We request our Vice Principal, Dr. Sneha Balraj, to award the participating certificates as the respective participating teams come on stage. We would like to extend our gratitude to Team 101 representing CMR School of Legal Studies. Team 103 representing University of Mumbai Law Academy. Team 104 representing Ramaya College of Law, Bangalore. Team 105 representing Lloyd Law College. Team 106 representing Department of Law, University of North Bengal. Team 106 representing Department of Law, University of North Bengal. Team 107 representing Kerala Law Academy, Trivandrum. Team 108 representing Raja Lakmagada Law College, Belgaum. Team 110 representing Dr. Ram Manohar Loya College of Law, Bangalore. Team 111 representing Bishop Cotton Women's Christian Law College, Bangalore. Team 109 representing Shastra Dean University, Tanjavur. Team 1112 representing Symbiosis Law School, Pune. Team 113 representing School of Excellence in Law, Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University. Team 115 representing MMM Shankara Chavan Law College, Pune. Team 116 representing Kelly Society's Law College. Team 117 representing Kelly Society's GK Law College, Hubli. Team 118 representing Ananta Law College, Hyderabad. Team 119 representing University Law College, Utkal University, Bhubaneswar. Team 120 representing Government Law College, Chengalpattu. Team 121 representing University Law School, Bangalore University. Team 123 representing Seshadripuram Law College. Team 124 representing University Law College, Bangalore University. Team 125 representing Presidency University, Bangalore. Team 128 representing Dr. Ram Manohar Loya College of Law.
We're sure the competition was indeed fierce. So, we would like to call Mr. Thomas Chakramakal to declare the winners of various events.
It is an honor indeed to present the various awards that are being identified by the second SGCL National Moot Court Competition 2022. So I'd like to elaborate upon the criteria that's there for the various awards. So commencing with the Best Memorandum Award, the Best Memorandum Award is presented to recognize the research skills and the employment of the legal language that is being recognized. It is being judged by an eminent panel of judges that are being separately identified for the purpose. The award that was present is meant is a ceremonial plaque and at the same time a cash prize of 15,000 rupees. The next award is the Father Praveen Hrudayaraj Speaker Award. It is for identifying the best speaker who has presented their pleadings during the oral arguments that have been ascertained during the preliminary round. The award consists of, again, a ceremonial plaque and 15,000 rupees as cash prize. The next award is for the best researcher. The best researcher award is to acknowledge the skills of legal research that are being employed, which is assessed by a researcher's test. And subsequently, in case there is a tie, that tie shall be resolved by considering the scores that have been received by the respective teams of that particular researcher's test. Out of that, if there is a tie in the score, the memorandum points will be considered and shall be decided. The next three awards we have is the second runners-up. The second runners-up, which will be with a trophy, and that will be of 20,000 rupees as cash prize. The next award is the first runners-up, which is a trophy with a cash prize of 30,000 rupees. And then we shall have the winners, which will be a trophy with the cash prize of 50,000 rupees. So now on to proceed with the awards. Silence. Not unlocking. Proceeding further to the awards without any further delay. The Best Memorandum Award is awarded to TC 104, that is Ramaya College of Law, consisting participants Monisha Sen, Koina Rayal, and Sangeeta RG. Moving on ahead without further delay. Moving on ahead without further delay. Moving on to the next award, the Best Researcher. It goes to the University of North Bengal, Sipora Leon Katak. Okay. Okay. So moving on and without further delay, Father Praveen Rudiraj, the Speaker Award. It is to Ayushi Joyta, Bishop Cotton Women's Law College. Now moving on ahead towards the prizes for the various teams. The second runners-up goes to TC 109, Shastra Deemed University, consisting of Samiha, Dayita TK, and Nishta. I shall hereby make a notable mention of the participation of Team Code 101, CMR School of Legal Studies, who had survived to the semi-final rounds of this competition. Moving on to the runners-up, Symbiosis Law School, Pune, of the participants Anjali Nair, Maitri Pillai, and Kabir Gaba. And to the winners, of the second SJCL National Moot Court Competition 2022, University Law College, Bangalore, consisting of the participants Faizan Ahmed, Pavan Gowda and Shiv Prakash. I hereby take this opportunity to congratulate the participants and all the winners of the prestigious awards, the individual awards, and the awards secured by the respective teams. Thank you.
We, on behalf of the entire St. Joseph's College of Law family, would like to congratulate winners.
Now, we would like to invite our Director, Reverend Father Gerald D'Souza, SJ, Principal Ms. Pauline Priya, Vice Principal Dr. Sneha Balraj to facilitate our dignitaries on the dais. I now request our Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Ingresh, High Court of Karnataka, to take the seat. I now request Senior Advocate Shri H.N. Shashidhar to take the seat. I now request Senior Advocate Shri K.M. Fanindra to take the seat. I now request Additional Government Advocate Shri Vijay Kumar Patil, High Court of Karnataka, to take the seat. I now request Advocate Shri B.M. Arun, High Court of Karnataka, to take the seat. A special mention here to Mr. Uma Shankar sir, who has been instrumental in organizing the event. Sir, kindly accept our token of gratitude.
This ceremony marks the conclusion of the moot court competition. Now, we would like to call upon Mr. Sudeep Sudhakaran, a faculty coordinator, on stage to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, participants of the event, staff members of St. Joseph College of Law, and dear students. On behalf of the Moot Court Society, I thank Honorable Mr. Justice E.S. Indresh for accepting our invitation and blessing this occasion with his gracious presence. Thank you, Your Lordship, for the enriching and insightful keynote. I'm sure that we all learned a lot of things from that speech. We thank Senior Advocate H.N. Shashidhar, Senior Advocate K.N. Fanindra, Additional Government Advocate Vijay Kumar Patil, and Advocate D.M. Arun for judging the final round of the competition. We consider it as our great fortune to have you all for our final event. We thank all the institutions and their moot court societies for cooperating with our event. We are grateful for all the participants sitting here. The effort for participating in an event like moot court competition goes beyond maybe days or maybe weeks. We are grateful for your long hours of participation and your dedication. We are thankful to all the judges of the preliminary round, octa round, quarterfinals, and semi-finals who have associated with the event. Most of them were either practicing advocates or faculties from various other institutions. All of them helped us despite going through busy working schedule, all of them helped us. We thank all of them, and our special mention to Advocate Umashankar sir, Advocate Chandan Bhatt, and Advocate Harshit for arranging all the advocates and helping us to contact all the advocates. We also like to thank Alternative Legal Foundation and PUCL for helping us to prepare the moot problem. Coming to the next, no event such as this is possible without the complete support from the side of the management. Whenever we faced a roadblock, we always had a solution from the office of the director. So we are immensely thankful to our beloved director, Father Gerald D'Souza SJ, for all the help as well as the resources he has given to us for conducting this program. We also thank our dear Principal Pauline Priya for the guidance she has given to us. Her watchful eyes always helped us to correct even the minute mistakes. We also thank our Vice Principal Dr. Sneha Bilraj for all the support she has given to us as well as for the guidance. I'm thankful to all my faculty members who have coordinated various committees as well as to other staff and support members of St. Joseph College of Law. Throughout these days, we were given delicious food by our caterers. They always ensured that nobody stays hungry after the heated rounds of arguments. We thank them. Finally, and most importantly, we thank all our student volunteers because we know that right 1 day or 2 days back, you concluded a hectic semester, and in a few days of time, you are expecting your examinations, but still you showed us complete dedication for this program. And I don't know, I don't have enough words to congratulate and thank you now. We thank all of you, and once again, I thank all the participants and all members who have associated with this program. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We request everyone to rise to the feet for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जय जय मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
We would again like to establish our heartfelt thanks for everyone's participation in the second SJCL National Moot Court Competition. The judges, dignitaries, participants, volunteers and support staff were eternally grateful for involvement in making the competition a huge success. We hope the participants had a pleasant mooting experience and we wish to see you again next year. I request the members of the auditorium to rise to their feet as the dignitaries leave the auditorium. Thank you. Have a good evening.